Hello everyone. This tutorial is to show you how to log into University of Arkansas Walton Lab virtual desktop environment. Due to the new security system change, University of Arkansas has changed the login process, and it involves some of the processes such as two-factor authentication. And this new policy make our original login procedure not working. So I have to show you the new procedure and how to log in and set up the two-factor authentication process. First of all, you have to go to this particular website, and the web URL is waltonlab.uark.edu. And this particular website is the same as the one you see on the tutorial. And just like the tutorial described, we have two options to log into the system using the VMware Horizon client or using the light version. And I am one of those persons do not like to install too many software plugins on my computer, so I will use the light version, the browser version. Since we're going to be using this desktop probably twice in the entire semester, so the light version will work perfectly for our purpose. So once you get into this website, click on this Use Your Web Browser to access your virtual desktop. This will take you to a authentication page. And the browser I'm using has already logged into the UIS system, so it shows an account. This account won't work. We have to create a new account. And once you reach here, your sign-in name is your username and password. Actually, not the password. The username that I gave you through the Canvas inbox. It should start with UISG and a number. In this example, I'm going to be using UISG 0060. So number 60 in our list of account as an example to log into the system. And this is the first time I'm using this account, so it's brand new. And we're not done yet. You have to add a UArkansas extension or domain name in order to make this particular account work. And then after you have UISG 0060 at uark.edu, and you're ready to go. By the way, the UISG is not case sensitive, so you can use uppercase or lowercase. I believe it will work equally fine. In the Canvas inbox, I gave you the uppercase account number. Now, this is the tricky part, and it says enter password, and I have given you a password, but that particular password is not the one that we use in the two-factor authentication. I'm going to be post this particular called the initial password somewhere in our Canvas system, most likely in the announcement area. So you can get the real initial password to start with. And make sure that you copy or log in the first time when you log into the system, use this particular password. So that's what I will be doing. I will copy this password and put into our authentication page and click sign in. So once you have done that, this will take you to a dialog box telling you that we need more information, or they need more information to make sure that your account is secure. So click next. So here you see that it asks you to obtain a software called Microsoft Authenticator. And if you do not have the software, you might need to download the software on your cell phone. Unfortunately, we do need to have a cell phone to go through the two-factor authentication process. And I believe everyone in the world today, especially higher education, you are a student, you should have a cell phone. So use your cell phone, Apple or Android. Just download the Microsoft Authenticator app. And be careful, there are many vendors. Say Google has a Google Authenticator. Microsoft has a Microsoft Authenticator. There are also other third-party authenticator. It will be a good idea to use the Microsoft version. So once you have downloaded the Microsoft Authenticator app, and there is a initiation process, you have to use one or more email account to allow the system to gain access. I'm using both my personal Hotmail or MSN account and as well as my UIS email account to enable the authentication. And in order to show you how to do that, I do not have a camera here, so I will search on YouTube to see if there are examples of how to set up this particular app using a YouTube video. So once you have set up the account, then click Next. And it says something about set up your account. And we will go ahead and do that and click X. And of course, that there is something called allow notification and something that you have add an account called work or school. Okay, so the process now, even though it's showing up on a web page, but you have to follow the web page to use your cell phone app to operate. So the next step is using your app to scan this QR code to allow this particular account, UISG0060, to be used or to be authenticated by this app. So let me go ahead to scan the QR code on the web page using my cell phone. So I have already scanned the web page, and I can click Next now. And the system will pop up a message on your cell phone to ask you if you want to approve the sign-in. And I'll go ahead and approve. And my cell phone has a fingerprint authentication, so I have to use my fingerprint on my cell phone. And once you have done that, the system says notification approved, and we can move on to the next step. And it says success, and we are done with the authentication. And that's a two-factor authentication with the initial password. The initial password is the same for all the accounts in our system. So do not use other students' account. Use the account assigned to you. So whatever number assigned to you, use that one. Otherwise, you will be interfering with other students' login process. And if you continue to fail using the assigned account, you can always contact me. I have some spare account in my list. I have about 30 spare account for me to use. And if you need extra account, after resolve all the problem, you cannot log in, and we will try the new account. Again, because this is important, do not use other students' account number. So once you click accept, and after the success, you can now log in with your assigned account. And let's try to see if we can do that. Now, reaching this point, we can let me try to use the account that I'm using. And it's called UISG0060 and at uark.edu. And this password, let's try to use the password that has been assigned to you through the Canvas inbox. So I have entered the password that I get from the Canvas inbox that I emailed to you a couple of days ago. And let's try to see if you can log in. Oh, it's not. Let's try the initial password. So we are still trying the initial password here. And I will copy the password and put in here and try to log in. And now I'm in the system. And here you can change the password, I believe, for the login. But it's also okay to keep the original initial password. So that's probably remove one of the debugging process. And personally, I have not played with the configuration yet, but I believe you can go in there and change some of the configuration and whatever that's suitable to you. If you do not understand the option, try to skip the option. And now we can click on the enterprise desktop, very similar to our UIS Citrix system, but in a different way. So it takes a few seconds or a few minutes to start the process. And once you are in here, you are in. And the username and password that I've been sending to you should be used here in your SQL Server system, starting from the tutorial now. So let's see if this particular initial process help you to start with your assignment number 3. And with that, and we will continue to solve the problem and try to make things work. And that is the beauty of learning technology, right? Once you see the technology work, you feel, wow, this is great. A sense of achievement will come into your heart. And I feel great this morning because I make the system work now. So there we have a login to the University of Arkansas system. And next week, we will be working on, review the assignment number 3 to get some essence of what I intend to tell you and some of the detail that I want to explain to you in terms of both architecture and some of the detail in the structure of the SQL language. All right, until next time, I'll talk to you in another episode of our class recording.